Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it looks like we're getting ready for some more Battlefield 4. Is that not correct, Mr. Dogbert?
It is indeed true, Chad, and it's going to be called Railway again, and it is going to be Geeks versus Infused, and this will be the final. It's best of 3. Obviously, Infused are obviously ahead one already, so Infused win this game, it will be over. Geeks have to win at least 2 maps here to become the ESL Cup champions for this week, and right now it is going to be Infused starting as the Russian side, and they are already sending a 3-man push onto that B flag straight away. Very interesting start from both teams here.
Yeah, definitely, and you can see it looks like a push, and I'm just having a technical problem, so can you carry on, please, Dogbert?
Yeah, no problem. Right off the bat, Infused taking C and B, getting a lot of the early kills, 4 kills straight off that, pretty much. And already, Infused are threatening a full domination cap here. Hadouken pushing that egg flag right now. He manages to take down Delhi, and that is going to be a full domination cap right off the bat for Infused. Very, very strong start. Eventually, though, a big spawn from Geeks over in EC has managed to get at least some presence onto a C flag, not a capture yet, but man, Infused off to a really, really strong start out of the gates. And they're still keeping the C flag greyed out right now. And finally it goes over to Geeks, but I don't know how long, as both Encore Tom are pushing that flag. Man, Geeks are getting wiped out across the board here. Full domination cap already for Infused, and this is just not looking good for Geek at all. 200 tickets to 167, and the previous champions are looking unstoppable right now. They've not lost a single ticket here. They are murdering Geek straight out of the gate.
Yeah, so we're just watching now. We're over by the A point at the moment, so I had a bit of a technical problem with the scores, so I wanted to make sure the scores were showing up correctly for you guys, so you could see everything that's going on. So we are just making sure that everything is working, and yeah, so you can see essentially that's a full donation cap, and you can see the guys pushing in towards A, pushing in towards a C, but got quite a spawn outside here, and you can see here as it looks like another member. There's Seki in with the MBT law, and he is trying to do as much damage to those buildings as he possibly can, and unfortunately catching a bullet with his face. Very nasty.
They're just not having much luck at the moment, and Infused are containing them out near the C flag and out far near B. And if they can't break out of this, it's just going to be a nasty one. Right now, Infused are trying not to lose anyone. I think the first death is going to be Ankle here, and that is going to be the first ticket they might lose in this game. I don't know if they're trying. There they go. It spawns in. So this ticket has been lost for Infused, and it's only taken about 4 minutes of play for it to happen. And this is a very, very dominant display from Infused right now.
It is.
This is brutal.
It is pretty brutal that we're watching at the moment. So obviously you can see the full domination cap continuing, and like you're saying, only 2 tickets lost from Infused. So they've come out of the starting gate pretty much ready to rock and roll, and more that's coming into the members of Geek as Psychopath shut down very quickly, pushing towards the skill.
It's nasty, Geeks, because finally they're starting to get at least some kills, but just to let you know exactly how it's going, we're less than 4 minutes in, and it's 100 tickets to 198, and that ticket would have stayed for Infused since the start of the game right up until now. And Geeks finally getting this B flag, but man, the damage is already done, I feel, and Infused here just looking so damn impressive right now, and Geeks are just not able to respond.
That unfortunately is going to be the case, and you can see here that you've got a member, Frantic, who's running around here and in the process of trying to basically damage as many things as he possibly can. Oh, including Pesty. Oh, beautiful shot with the RPG. And that's the second time we've seen Pesty catching an RPG with his face in this competition tonight. So a definite shout out to Pesty for his high explosive facelift. So we shall just have to wait and see as we are looking at the school building point, and it looks like a lot of pressure coming in from the members of Geek onto towards that C point, and it looks like the C point has been overcome with sheer weight of number. Nades continuing to go out, and it looks like a little bit of defense being done, and it's Hadoukens, of course, the one-man defender, the one-man army himself, the Welsh Wizard, to go in there and essentially literally tying Geek up in circles, or in knots I should say, making them go round in circles and having problems getting in there. So now you can see a little bit of fire coming in here from Dally as he's going to popping nades in against the members of Infused as towards that B point, pushing into the school building. And this is the time where they've decided to try and make sure there's not many buildings available without walls, Dogbert.
Yeah, and finally Geek's starting to get some sort of control on this game. They do have B, they do have C, but for how long? Hadouken's already pressuring that C flag, and more importantly, they're starting to get wiped out at B. This is not looking good. Bestie getting that kill there on Daly, opening up that B flag. Buildings are collapsing all over the place, and man, this map has been made into a mess right now. Looks like builders, a building yard than a functioning village or railway. So Infused though, they've just got B. They're going to get C. And wow, Geeks really are just getting absolutely and utterly smashed right now.
They are pretty much getting taken apart, and you can see Hadouken, Pesty managing to catch some bullets with his face, and Hadouken in the process of trying to defend. And you can see him taking a little bit of fire, turns down, responds, takes down Dally as he tries to dive in there behind and do a bit of damage. And now you can see them defending that school building, and yet more buildings collapsing. Look at this. They are doing such a number on these buildings right now. And yeah, this is sanctioned destructions, I have to say. And Hadouken getting another double kill as well, as we're now watching through the eyes of Frantic UK, the destructor of buildings, the Feng Shui expert, and Infused UK swag, which is Enkel, who has changed his name for whatever reason we don't even want to know. So it must be a Sunday, and we should just have to wait and see what happens. As now you can see fire coming in as Frantic UK is looking around those corners for what he knows to be is a lot of enemy.
But, a lot of enemy?
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of enemy. There's going to be lots of enemies, truckloads of buggers. But anyway, we'll just have to wait and see. So you can now see that the B point and the C point being held by Geek, and it looks like now as a result of that, yeah, these guys, I mean, that's one point, is bear in mind that the Geek guys have been playing since 12:30 this afternoon. So, you know, to be playing for this amount of time, that's a pretty hard deal. I mean, obviously, you and I have been there, we've been casting for that long before, so we know how hard it is, obviously, to maintain that level of concentration for that amount of time, and it's a hard deal too.
Yeah, definitely. And Infused getting a full domination cap, and they've relegated Geeks out to the top right of the map, and wow, and it's going to be Pesty and Tom moving forward and just trying to lock them out there, and they're doing a great job right now. And this is just really nasty to watch for Geeks. And it's only one guy left on the map, and he gets taken out. And it's just respawns now. I mean, they're getting wiped out. There's nothing else I can say about this, really. They're on 16, 15 tickets. They're not going to get this C flag, I don't think. They need to rush it quick if they do. You can see Frank, he gets taken out as soon as he even steps into the flag. And this is going to be dominating lead for Infused coming into the next round. And just, wow. I mean, it took them 4.5 minutes just to lose a ticket. I mean, wow. From Infused's point of view, they must be feeling really confident right now.
160 tickets to 0. Wow, is all I can say to that. Pretty impressive, I have to say. Pretty impressive.
Yeah, really strong start now. And yeah, with 160 tickets as a lead, Infused are looking like they're going to make this 2 in a row. And last week they beat NYM. And it looks like this week they're going to destroy Geeks. Unless Geeks can do something crazy, they've only got about 40 tickets to play with, so it's going to be very hard for them. But Infused, man, just looking so damn strong right now. So consistent, and really, I don't know what else you can say about them. I mean, they are just a force to be reckoned with in the UK scene.
Definitely. Although I think Enkel changing his name, he's lost his power. Like Sampson cutting his hair. He went in with an 8 and 7. The rest of the team just left him behind. So poor old Enkel there, trailing in the bottom. And, you know, like you're saying, the guys literally just did not stand a chance. I sound like a robot, thank you. I need an upgrade. I'm not a robot last time I checked, but I appreciate that, Braveheart. Thank you very much. Last time I checked, I'm not a robot. Or at least I haven't had an upgrade in a while, but that's a different discussion in itself. So, let's find out what's going on. As you can now see here, the flag, and we shall move into, obviously, the second half scoreboard. And make sure that all the scores are sorted out. So, this is going to be interesting.
Yeah, it's going to be a difficult one, though. 60 ticket is going to be the lead for Infused. They only need to win this map to take championship here. Or championship, or at least the cup for today. And they're so close to doing it. That was a dominant display in the last one. It took 4.5 minutes just to lose a ticket. So, I mean, if they want this to be an early one, I'm sure they could. They just need to go straight out for it. And straight off the bat, Infused are going to go for a very aggressive start. 3 straight off the bat, and they're just going to go for C. I'm trying to work out if the GEEK are even aware of how many people are coming towards the C flag. It does look like Psychopath is going to be taking the support kit far up near C, and he's going to be trying to do what he can, but this will be an interesting one, Chad.
Yeah, well, you can see here Siki being taken down, and another member of GEEK, Dali, being finished off as they're trying to defend the C point. So, let's see what's going on. As you can see, the members of Infused pushing up against that building, and Pesty and friends are dealing with a nasty little man. Oh, Psychopath.
Wow.
Oh, God, he literally caught that RPG and concrete with the worst possible way. That was a high explosive facelift that he did not enjoy. So now, as a result of that, you can see Infused. I think that's Hadouken. Yeah, that's Hadouken. He's in there as well. And now you can see them. Whether I've been smoking or drinking all night. Thank you, Brave Hearts. I appreciate that. I have been doing neither. So, but no, I'm just tired. So, you know, these happen when you get to my age. Anyway, so now you can see here, and it looks like it's going to be a possible full domination cap. The C point is being captured, but no, the B point is in the process. As there's a big explosive barrel nearby. There he goes. As now you can see execute in the process of trying to push that B point, but nearby them is another member of Infused sniffing around the stairwells. Let's see who that is. It's Revo in with the Scar, and he is looking for an opportunity to maybe take that A point back. So let's move away from him and find out what's going on over by the schoolyard. Over by the schoolyard, you can see everything is pretty much well in control by Infused. And there's not really much else that we can say under the circumstances. The C point in the process of being sorted and defended by the members of GEEK, and they seem to be doing a reasonably okay job at it. And look at the difference in tickets. It's actually a lot more even than it was previously, Dogbert.
Yeah, it is, but that bleed is already in for Infused, and remember, they only have to drop GEEK's below 160, and there's only 1 ticket in it right now, and that bleed is going to push it over, and it is going to be Infused with the victory. Like, GEEK's trying their hardest, but they just come up against a brick wall with Infused. They are literally just the best team in the UK right now. There's very few teams are able to even take that many tickets off them.
Oh, and Psychopath, unfortunately, catching an RPG with his nose. So as you can imagine, that didn't exactly go well for him. As I'm having trouble flying out of windows, which I love. And now you can see here that essentially, like you're saying, they're just going to play it out to the end. There's nothing really much else you can explain. As Dali manages to catch an RPG from UK Swag. As his body continuing to roll down the steps, as you can see. Poor old Dali basically coming to a rest at the bottom of the stairs. So we'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, like you're saying, Infused, just, you know, I don't know what, like you're saying, they have, when they first started off in the competition, you know, they were being taken apart by a lot of the top European teams. And now they're becoming one of the top European teams. And it's great to see the evolution of a team over the course of time, Dogbert.
Yeah, and it was only a matter of time, I feel, that we're going to do that. And I've been saying that they're going to get a really top-level win under their belt soon. And they're getting closer and closer.
Oh dear!
Oh God, you've done it to me as well.
It's,
I mean, it's getting a bit light in the
it's
UK,
infectious. It's infectious. That's what it is.
But they're getting very close to actually getting one of those big wins as well. So it's only a matter of time for Infused, and I think that success has really shown out in just dominant wins everywhere else, and close ones. against the bigger teams, and sometimes they kind of have really, really close fought games and they do really well, and they kind of let it slip. But in most cases, they're just dominant. And I'm going to be very interested to see how this translates over to the EMS starting very soon.
Indeed, yeah. I'm looking forward to seeing some absolutely phenomenal matches in the future EMS series, and building destruction and much more alike. And there's nothing really which we can say. I mean, full domination, cap by Infused, they're going to hold it, and they're basically just going to, RPG's coming in, Psychopath, chucking down the med pack. He's going to have a little bit of a problem relating to bullet-related injuries, and you can see basically, let's see, yeah, there we go, more fire coming in, and there's Revo coming around with a scar, just mopping everybody up brutally, and sniffing around, looking for an opportunity, maybe getting a long range, and getting a long range kill onto Seki as well. So, yeah, pretty brutal going on there from, yes, we know that Executie is a female. The fact that she is a female is irrelevant. The fact that she's a Battlefield player is relevant.
Shadman laying down the law there.
So, let's see, what's going on over here? Frantic with the RPG. Hey, and away it goes. Explosions everywhere. You know what this kind of reminds me of, with when they blow all the buildings up, is pretty much most of it reminds me of the level of destruction that you used to get on Bad Company 2.
Yeah, it does. I just feel very much like a Bad Company 2 map. I forgot what that desert map was. It definitely reminds you of that one.
Yeah, it does very much remind me of that one, where you can get loads of guys running down from the hill, and then you're basically, there's essentially a conga line of about 9 million snipers on the top of the hill shooting at you. So.
Yeah, but Everett just takes medic in that game and with a 200 bullet gun. So
well, yeah, it depends on what server you play on. I mean, most of the if for people who actually want to win the game, then you'll see them basically bring in the salt and some of that. But people who just want to sit back and maintain their KDR, they will all go snipe and just wait. So, yeah, it looks like Executie there also coming in and getting finished off. That was Pesty doing evil Ace 23 damage. Or at least I think it was Ace 23. Let's just quickly check. No, it was Scar H, of course. So it's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen if, for whatever reason, the Scar H and Ace 52 get banned, isn't it, Dogbert?
Yeah, it'll be interesting if they do it, but it comes into effect. I kind of think it will, though. I think a lot of teams don't really like it at the moment, so I think you're going to see them getting banned out. And I think teams like Fnatic will do very well out of that, because they've been using the Ace 23 anyway for so damn long. They'd be keeping on to it, even though it's probably not the greatest weapon in the game. But to be honest, it's still pretty damn good. I mean, very little. Very small things. I mean, it's really just comes down to hip fire, if anything.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, a part of what happens is the reason you'll see so many using the Scar H, because other people use Scar H, and then in order to actually be competitive and to go up against the guys and win these battles, you have to be carrying the Scar H yourself. And so, in that respect, it means that the battle actually changes, and I think that would be a good thing. So we'll just have to wait and see. I mean, personally, I'm not in favour of banning things, but that's just me personally. But, at the end of the day, to ensure that you get a balanced and good playthrough, then, you want to try and make it so that teams that play, it's much based on individual skill, teamwork, and tactics. You want to try and take all the other aspects out of it if you possibly can.
Yeah, that's definitely true.
So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That has been it for this evening. My grateful thanks, obviously, to ESL UK and to our sponsor Razer, and of course to the teams for taking part, and to you, the viewers, for watching. Thank you for staying with us this late, and of course my grateful thanks to my casting partner, Mr. Dogbert.
Yay! It was good fun, Chad.
Always fun casting with you, mate. Looking forward to the next time. So, ladies and gentlemen, we shall be back at you with some more Battlefield 4 very shortly. Stay tuned, obviously. You're going to see me and Dogbert doing ESL, EMS, and obviously more ESL competition coming, I think, in about 2 weeks' time for more ESL UK. So, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for enjoying. And congratulations to Infused on the good one. We'll see you next time.